Hey y'all, today is the 28th, January 28th. Today I'm going to have what they call a FNA, a fine needle aspiration. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, they're going to do a biopsy on my thyroid. And I should get the results once they're done. I have to travel a little ways for this to happen because they don't have that facility here in my city. Therefore, I have to go out there, and what happened when I had my last ultrasound of my thyroid, they want to check out a nodule that they found highly suspicious. It doesn't necessarily mean cancer, but of course, I'm about to lose my freaking mind, because of TR5. It's either or. So I'm trying to keep a positive attitude about it and not freak out. And I'm just going to give it to God. And if it is what it is, it is what it is, and I'll have to deal with it. From what I understand, if they catch it in time, it's a slow-growing situation. And it's not necessarily a death cancer, from what I understand. I've been doing my research, reading everything I can. Look at all this mess behind me. I've read up on everything I can, So, like I said, I'm trying not to lose my mind and keep that positive attitude. But you can see here, I don't know what this is, age right here. I'm 70 years old as of the 17th of January. And, of course, you're going to get the wrinkle neck. I'm an old lady now. A little fat. But right here is the little butterfly thyroid thing right in here. And they're going to be sticking that needle in my throat. Which I'm not really scared of that, because I've been poked and prodded so many times over the years that ain't nothing to me. I'm concerned about what could they pull up out of there. So just pray for me. I just pray this is a good outcome. I'm just going to give it to God, you all. And I'll see you when I get back. Good morning. As you can see, I'm all bundled up. It's early, 6:01 in the morning. I've been up since, 5 o'clock. Anyway, I have to go out today to a doctor's appointment. Not for me, but for my husband. Yesterday, I had mentioned that I had to have a FNA, a biopsy of my thyroid, because they saw, it's called a Thyroid 5, and that was a highly suspicious thyroid. My doctor had contacted me on Christmas Eve. I was in LA. I was in the hotel room, and the phone rang. I answered the phone, and they wanted to do a conference call. So the doctor called me and told me that they found a highly suspicious thyroid, and they want me high thyroid nodule, and they want to biopsy it. So I had an appointment with her on the I had an appointment with her yesterday on the 28th, but she wanted to have it done prior to that. But with insurance and the whole thing, that didn't happen. So I ended up finally getting the authorization, and I scheduled the appointment for the 28th, which was the same day as my doctor's appointment, which I did end up canceling that. So next week we'll do a phone, visit. So anyway, I made the trip. It was about an hour and a half drive to Corona, California. And let me tell you, since Christmas Eve up to yesterday, my nerves has been on edge. I've read everything under the sun, trying to understand it, and the thing kept coming up, cancer, possible cancer. Doesn't necessarily mean cancer, but it's highly suspicious, and they want to check it out. So I had to, come to grips that in case it is, what am I going to do? Finally, went and had it done. My sister had one done. A couple of friends of mine had it done. They were fine. They said it's no big deal. You just feel like a little stick, you know, which I can, you know, I'm not worried about that. Like I said, you know, it's the results is what I'm concerned about. Because like I said, I've been stuck, and I said prodded, poked and prodded so much in the past. Anyway, I finally went in. I wasn't scared or anything, you know. I just sat down. I was scared of waiting on the results. Now, this place that I went to, I guess that's why I had to travel that distance, is because you get the results right away, right there. It's not some place where they send out, you got to wait. That's more pressure. So, I didn't have to wait. Once she did it, she showed me on the screen, you know, said I had a bunch of nodules. But she showed me the suspicious one. So, I laid back. She had me clear my throat because when she gets ready to do it, I can't move because there's going to be a needle stuck in my, you know, thyroid. And I have asthma and, you know, I constantly got to clear my throat and stuff. We did that. And, excuse me, I'm drinking ginger tea with turmeric. Easy peasy. She didn't deaden it or anything because some people have to have, you know, the area deadened. She said the needle is so fine, we don't have to do that. So I laid back on the table. She had this thing that, you know, the the ultrasound instrument, so she can see exactly where she got a puncture. I just felt just a little pressure, and that was it. Because she, you know, I felt her doing this, you know, a few times because I guess she's trying to make sure she get a good sample out of it. I didn't have just, you know, bandage. She put a thing there, and I had ice pack on it while she was getting the results checked. And while I'm laying there waiting for her to come back, I just laid back with my feet up and just closed my eyes and prayed, please, 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 come back with something, you know, positive. And lo and behold, thank God she came back. You're fine. It was like a load lifted off of me because I was just praying that she was going to come back. Then I'm going to have a thyroidectomy, have my thyroid removed. And I can't imagine going through surgery right now. I'm 70 years old. I have asthma. I'm terrified, you know, of the thought of even having surgery. So at this point, I just have my doctor. We just keep monitoring and make sure there's no changes and try to keep it in control. There are foods I can eat. There's certain things because I have something called hypothyroidism. And the weight gain, that's why I put on so much weight, you know, even though I know I'm doing certain things. I mean, I could do better, you know, exercise more, but I stay active. I'm not dormant. I'm always doing something. And I don't eat a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I do have a little moments where I just, you know, break down and treat myself to a little something, not go overboard. But that's just one day out of, you know, maybe a month or so. But yeah, but I'm going to make some changes, you know, and it's like a flood of relief just came over me. Prayer. You know, prayer is important. All right, I'm going to end this here because I got to get out of here shortly. He has an early appointment. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye. God is great, won't he do it?